What's up, boys? We're back on Bedwars. Today I'm going to be telling the story of the time that I single-handedly ruined a school talent show. So this was back like a little bit over 3 years ago. So it was like the end of 8th grade. And where I live, 8th grade is the last year before high school. So like the school tries to do something kind of special since we're about to graduate. And so they were putting on this big like field day event where all the homerooms would like go against each other in these like challenges, and whoever did the best overall would win. And there was some sort of prize involved. I don't really remember what it was. It was like a pizza party or something. It was like, I don't know. It wasn't like really worth it. But and so my class just like overall just wasn't very athletic. Like I'd say like half the class like, you know, did sports and stuff and like, you know, was into that type of stuff. And then the other half of the class was like more like theater kids, I guess you could say. Oh my god. So we were kind of like, we don't really have a good chance at winning this because like, you know, obviously there's classes that are like all kids who are super into like sports and stuff, and like that's clearly not fair at all if only half of us are. But luckily there was one event that we thought we might have a chance at, and that was the final event, which was like this big lip sync competition where basically you'd get up in front of the entire grade and you had to like choreograph a dance to some song, and it was just, you know, you could see where things could go wrong with it. And so it comes time for like us to try to pick a song to do, and like it's like 30 kids in the class, so like it's pretty hard to figure out like a song where we can all agree on. And so like the more like theater type kids wanted to do like, you know, I don't really remember what it was, but it was something like, I don't know, I thought it was really cringe. Like me and my friends were just like, there is no chance we are doing that. Like I just refused to do that. So we need to come up with a different idea that could maybe win people over, and we just need a little bit more than half the class. And so we're trying to think of ideas, and I come up with the idea to do Gary Come Home from SpongeBob. I don't know, it was just like the first thing that came into my head, and I thought it was like slightly funny maybe, and also just anything was better than whatever they were trying to do. And so I said my idea, and people were just kind of like, I mean, like, it's better than the other idea, but like I prefer to do something else. And so I was like, okay, you know, I'll just let them try to figure out a better idea. But ultimately, like, no one ended up coming up with a better idea, so we just stuck with that, and we just went with it. And so like all we had to do was just convince the rest of the class, not even the rest of the class, just like a little bit more than half, to, you know, go with this idea. And so basically my strategy for this was just to be like really annoying about it, where like it went from being funny to annoying to being like so annoying that it's funny. Just like, I don't know, because like the kids who were like trying to take it really seriously would get mad about it, and then like it would just, I don't know, it was kind of funny. But so I just kept bringing it up over and over, and you know, people weren't too happy about it. But ultimately it did work, and you know, people eventually were just like, okay, we'll just do it because it's better than the other idea. But the thing was, only half the class felt this way. I mean, I guess a little bit more since we ended up winning the vote. But like the other half of the class that was like, you know, really wanting to take it very seriously was like absolutely pissed about it. And I feel like that's why it ended up winning, just because it was kind of funny, like just how serious they were taking it. Because like there was just no way we were gonna win in general. There was just no chance. There was seriously zero chance we were winning. Oh my god. And so as I said, we somehow barely managed to win the vote. And so it gets to the morning before field day where we actually have to like choreograph the thing, and we only got like 40 minutes to do it. I don't know like why they didn't give us any time in advance. Like they literally just gave us the morning of, and so we have to choreograph it and everything. If you don't know what Gary Come Home is, this is not going to make much sense, but I'll try to explain it. Basically it's from SpongeBob, and you know, SpongeBob loses his pet snail, and basically like sings this song about like, you know, he wants the snail to come home. And so obviously that means that someone has to be the snail when we're acting this whole thing out. And there was some teacher in the room for some reason like helping us with it. Like she wasn't even our teacher, she was just, it's just some random teacher, and like no one could agree on how we should like choreograph it. And she was like, okay, well, I say whoever came up with the idea has to be the snail, because it seems like no one actually wants to be the snail. And so obviously that meant that I had to be the snail. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I didn't really think this all through, but I guess I have no other option. And so we're trying to come up with this whole like choreographed thing, and basically the only thing we could think of for me to do was to just crawl across the floor the whole time, like dramatically. And so that's what I ended up doing. It probably, you know, could have been a little bit more creative, but we seriously had no idea. And I don't even remember what we decided like the other people to do. I think they were just like waving their arms or I don't even know. Well, so yeah, we're coming up with this idea, and the people who were taking like the whole thing very seriously were very angry because the thing we came up with was just not good. Like it just straight up was not. Like I don't think there was a single soul in that room that was happy about the idea. Like, even my friends who were very against the other idea were like, we probably should have done that, because now, like, we're just gonna come in last in literally everything. But, like, at that point, we didn't have another choice. Like, we had to do Gary Come Home. Like, we couldn't just change it. And so, as I said, you know, half the class wasn't too happy about it. So they weren't, like, you know, very enthusiastic with the whole thing. And so it comes time for the competition. Every other class is just, like, you know, a lot better in general. And we're just kind of like, all right, well, you know, this is not going to be good at all. All right, I'm going to continue the story in a second. I need to attempt to kill this kid. How did he get so much? And so eventually it becomes time for my class to go up, and our performance was, as you can expect, not good at all. And, you know, we lost. I don't know what place we came in. I don't even think they did places after, like, the top 3. But yeah, so we probably came in last, if I'm being honest. Like, there was just no chance that we even like came close to being anyone's favorite. And so yeah, people weren't really happy about this. Like, no one was. Like, not even the people who were like behind the idea originally. Like, literally everyone was pissed at me. I mean, I guess like some people thought it was funny because like there was just, we weren't gonna win anyways, so it didn't really matter. But overall, everyone was like, you know, that was like not a good idea at all. But the people who were really mad were the people who were trying to do the other idea, and they were like legitimately mad. Like, I'm not exaggerating. They were actually like very mad. And this actually led to a horrific act of violence being committed on me, as well as a lot of verbal abuse throughout the rest of the year, which, you know, was only like a week or two, but, you know, I'm still recovering. I'm gonna fireball this kid. Okay. I remember very vividly, I was in history class, and one of the girls who was very behind the other idea was getting all mad about it, and I was just saying, like, it doesn't matter, like, who cares, like, it was funny. Because at this point, I just thought it was funny how mad everyone was, honestly. I didn't really care. And eventually it gets to the point where my hoodie string is pulled out of my hoodie. And if you've never had that happen to you, you don't understand how bad this is. When I say pulled out, I mean completely pulled out. And dude, they are so hard to get back in. Like, this may not seem like a big deal, but dude, it is impossible to get them back in. Like, you need like some expertise to get those things back in. That was like uncalled for. Like, that was just truly uncalled for. Like, there was no need for that. And yeah, I never ended up getting it back in, and to this day I don't think I've ever worn it since. But yeah, that's pretty much the story, and honestly I don't regret a thing. I think it's still really funny. But anyway, so the support has been crazy on the channel. I think I've said this in the past like 3 videos, but like it just keeps getting crazier every time. Like, we're about to hit 50 subs, and just the comments and all that stuff is just like something I've never experienced. Like, it's just crazy. And dude, the videos, I don't know how we average like such high views. Like, on average we've been getting like 200 views a video, like at least. Past 2 videos are at like well over 200. It's actually crazy. And yeah, so on the last video someone suggested I should start streaming, so I'm thinking about doing that. I don't know if my Wi-Fi can even handle it, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do it quite yet. I'm probably gonna wait until like 100 subs, because I don't know, I feel like it would be way more fun if I had like, you know, more viewers. Like, I feel like the longer I wait, the better. Oh my god, he got my bed. Yeah, I'm just gonna get this one real quick and then I'll end off the video. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's pretty much the video. Thank you guys for watching. I don't know how long this was. Hopefully it's long enough. If it's not, then I'm sorry. And yeah, I'm gonna try to post more, because I haven't posted in like 3 days, so.